All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of our social media blueprint. If you have not watched day 1, 2, and 3, you can find them on my YouTube channel, Melissa Martin, Malissa, Martin, Martin. There's a playlist of them, and they're also under the videos section. They're also, if you're on my team, Hemp Squad, you can find them in the units tab towards the bottom of the units for now. Okay, so make sure you watch day 1, 2, and 3 before you get to day 4, which is today, because all of social media builds upon itself. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about creating content and stories for your business. And so we talked a lot about not being spammy. We talked a lot about the law of authenticity. We talked about the law of reciprocation, meaning if you want likes, comments, and messages from people, you got to give those same people likes, comments, messages. We dealt with the algorithm. And so while you're creating content, we talked about timing of your posts. While you're creating content, it's really important to keep those things in mind. So let's talk about actually creating content, especially for those of you people who are new. Posting about your business is essential. And it's essential to not just post once about it and then hope that cynical Sally ends up buying from you and seeing that post, but being consistent about it. You're going to tell a story through your posts. It could be your story, it could be someone else's story, and it could be a story about how the products have helped them or how the business has helped them. Because at the end of the day, guys, this is network marketing. You network and you market. And you can sell to just customers, and that's fantastic. I love helping my customers. But imagine if you ran a successful smoothie shop. Are you going to make more money trying to make all the smoothies yourself and sell all the smoothies yourself? Or will you make more money by duplicating and showing others, saying, hey, here's how you can make a successful smoothie. Here's how you do it, and then taking a small percentage. And this is why network marketing is so amazing, because you can help people make money as well, and you make a small percentage. You get paid to do that, okay? Just like in a traditional corporate. So here, we can either try to sell all the CBD in the world to everybody, which is gonna be really hard. You can put in 1,000%, or you can recruit a team and teach them how to sell CBD very effectively and get a small percentage of that. And they in turn can do the same, okay? So it's duplication, it creates massive momentum in business. And so we do post and stay consistent posting about the products and the business opportunity. Okay, so we're gonna talk about creating that content. So keep in mind with the algorithm I mentioned, you wanna be posting no more than 3 to 5 times a day, at least 90 minutes apart, and maybe only one of those a day should be about your business. So there tends to be 2 types of people that don't ever post about their business or hardly post, or people that over post about it. And so you have to find that happy medium. Like I mentioned before, you want to make sure that maybe 30% of your posts are about your business, and the rest 70% is really about you and your brand. Okay, we talked about in day 1, those 5 things that make you and your brand. So kind of stay within that brand of things. So I'm gonna tell you a story about Silly Sally. Silly Sally gets on and she's scrolling through her Facebook and she sees something about CBD, how CBD has helped you. And she's like, oh God, Melissa's trying to sell something again, blah, blah, blah. This Melissa girl, she's been on my newsfeed and look at her trying to sell something. It's cynical, silly Sally, right? Now, a week later, I post something else and Sally's scrolling through and Sally's like, oh wow, this CBD stuff is helping our kids. I didn't know that you could give it to kids. I know my kids are really struggling with focus and some anxiety and, interesting. And she moves on. And me, Melissa, goes through and posts, 2 days later about how my friend's kids are now big pharma free and blah, blah, blah. I give her a story of hope and she's like, wait a minute. We were considering having to put our kids on blah, 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 blah. Maybe I can try this CBD stuff. Now, here's where a lot of people go wrong as affiliates. They stop posting about their business because, they posted 3 times about their business. Why isn't everyone buying? You have to remember people are going to be cynical in the beginning. Some people might even think you got hacked in the beginning. And so it's very important to stay consistent. So like I mentioned before, try to do maybe one post a day or one post every other day about your business. So what are the types of things we post about? Because eventually, guys, Sally's going to come around because people buy from people that they like, that from people that they genuinely think are going to help them. And it's not about you, okay? So don't pull the, my family's not supporting me, my friends don't support me, and they won't buy from me. It's your job to help other people. And so today we're going to talk about creating content, but maybe the next day, tomorrow, or some point in the next week, we're going to talk about how finding other people aside from just your friends and family who can purchase from you. And that's been the success to my business. 90% of my business comes from people I've never, ever, ever met. Okay. And so, all right. So back to Silly Sally, be very, very, very consistent with your business, because at the end of the day, if you stop posting about it, if you stop working your business, people are going to go, I knew it. She wasn't going to stick with this. Why would I want to buy anything from her? She's not going to help me if I need to get more down the line. Okay. So you have to remain consistent. If you're watching live with me, if you're watching the replay, I want you to say, I promise to remain consistent. Because at the end of the day, guys, you can make toilet money doing this business. It takes 5 minutes to post something maximum. And you're saying you don't have time. Baloney, make a post, okay? So if you don't know what to post, that's what today is about. So how do we create content? How do we create content? First, we avoid spam. We talked about avoiding salesy words like drop a comment, message me, who wants to buy X amount of dollars for this, blah, stuff like that, right? We're avoiding this salesy types of words. But instead, what we do post about are things like testimonies. Where do you find testimonies? There is a group called HempWorks CBD Oil Testimonies. I add all of my affiliates to it. I encourage them to add all their affiliates to it. That's the first place you can do it. It is a secret group. You have to be added by somebody who is already in the group, and you have to accept the invitation. So that's one way. And the next way is through our HempWorks CBD oil, Hemp Squad trial experience. So if you go to Hemp Squad trial experience, I'm sharing my group with you now. Everybody should be a part of this, okay? So just search. This is a group that anybody can be added to, Hemp Squad trial experience. Answer the questions to be added in. This is another testimony group. It's also a group that I recommend you add all of your pre-enrollees to. When Sally pre-enrolls, hey, Sally, can I add you to our trial experience group so you can see different testimonies and be up to date on different giveaways? Yes, great. Then I'm going to copy this link up here. I'm going to copy and I'm going to send it to her. And then I'm going to hit invite member and add Sally's name in here, right here, right? So here's another place you can look. Any group on Facebook will have a little magnifying glass. From your phone, it will, when you click into the group, you'll see the magnifying glass at the top area. Here's where you can search things like testimonies. Any posts with the word testimony in it would come up. Testimony Tuesday, let's hear yours. Boom, you click on this, you scroll down, you go to the comments. There's 36 different testimonies in here that you can screenshot, crop out people's names, or block their name and post about. So I might say something like, I might pull something from here, and I might say, check this out, this is really cool. Michael's talking about his kid, right? So I might screenshot this testimony, then I might go to Michael's page and say, hey, Michael, if it's cool, I'm gonna take this picture of you and your baby. I'm gonna post a picture and be like, wow, check out what my friend Michael is saying about how our CBD is helping his baby. It's so amazing that this can help so many different things on so many different age ranges, right? It's a testimony. Or Kimberly is right here. My friend Kimberly tried so many different things for her feet, and she was constantly having trouble with them. She finally got started with our CBD, and she feels like she's 30 again. Check out her testimony. And I post a screenshot of it and a picture of Kimberly. Okay, so testimonies are really, really great. If you followed day 1 through 3, you guys are going to notice that I said to follow me first, right? Put me as C first. I'm constantly posting testimonies. And you can take those and rearrange them and post them as your own, okay? So there's another source that you can get them from. If you have a testimony of your own, I encourage you to share it in a team chat or to share it in Hemp Squad, okay? Because then other people can take your testimony and share, and they'll do the same for you, okay? So testimonies are the #1 thing that you can post. They can be a testimony about the products or a testimony about the business. So you'll also find business testimonies that I quite often post. Just the other day, I posted this. I'm going to share my screen. I posted this 2 days ago. So I'm giving hope to people. All right, so this is my friend Amanda. She's probably watching live with us because she's a rock star. And I just gave her a shout out, huge shout out to our girl Amanda Olson for making our company's top 100 leaderboard in March. As a busy cowboy mama, so I'm speaking to moms that feel they're too busy for this, ranch owner, so I'm speaking to people that work full-time, and wife, she continues to be productive and prosperous at her home business too. Her little cowboys are so good at ranch life too. And I put her, ranking in the top 100. 73 different likes, guys. So I can go through these and people I haven't talked to before, I need to connect with. Some of these people are already on the team, but for example, I can go to Kimberly Brandt Irvin and I can say, I can message her and be like, I can say, hey, you, let me know when you're free for a phone call so we can chat about the CBD and opportunity. Now, I've already been talking with her a little bit, but this gives me another reason to connect with her, okay? So it's sending it with the post, and I'm just reconnecting with her because she's seeing my stuff, okay? I'm being proactive. So that's posting about the business opportunity. I'm not saying, who wants to join my team? It's free to join my team, make some money from home. Because everybody says that, guys. Be unique. So you can take somebody's story in this business, in our team, and say, this is my friend Melissa. She's former bartender. She used to sell booze for a living. And now she is at home making several $1,000s a month while taking care of her babies. Share a business testimony. This is my friend Casey. This is my friend Alicia. This is my friend Kristen and Travis have an amazing story. They were landscapers, for crying out loud. And if you are plugging into our weekly online events, you're hearing stories already. Last Saturday, I did an event with Sarah. She was a former EMT. You can grab Sarah's picture and be like, meet my friend Sarah, former EMT, now full-time work-at-home mom. I love that people have the opportunity to do that during a quarantine period when you're not even allowed to leave your house. Remember, we're in a quarantine right now. If you're watching the replay later, we might not be. So provide that hope in that business or that product testimony. You can also talk about having fun. So I'll give you another example of a business opportunity post. I posted the other day. There we go. Last night we had so much fun getting together as a team. We had a virtual 80s dinner party where people dressed up and got their dinner from a local small business. Apparently, I need to edit this. She's trivia. I meant to put, we also played trivia, and it was so fun. And so a lot of people liked this. So again, I can look at these, reach out to these people, and say, and we're going to talk about what to say in another training, but I'll give you one example right now. So let me give you an example right here. Okay, I'm going to say, hey Mel, I know we talked about you using our CBD at some point and things just kind of got busy. Would you be open to taking a look at the info about the business opportunity, making money from home as well? If not, no big deal. I hope you are staying busy, healthy, safe. Okay, hey Mel, I know we talked about you using our CBD at some point and things just kind of got busy. Would you be open, really important, would you be open, this is really, write this down, would you be open to taking a look at information about the business opportunity and making money from home as well? Second important key, if not, no big deal. I hope you're staying busy, healthy, and safe. Send. Okay, so that's an example of what you would do when somebody likes or comments on that. So another business opportunity, I'm sharing friendship, fun, freedom that we do and have together, which is also another really important reason why you should show up. There was like 10 people on that. I've personally enrolled over 200 affiliates and only 10 people showed up, which I am grateful for those 10. Let me tell you what, they're so much fun. They're rocking their business, but you can't have fun with us and learn if you don't show up, right? So show up. I treat this like a business. I put things like that in my calendar, all right? So friendships, fun, freedom, or education. So another really important way to share about your business is through education. And so this is action step number 1. I want you to come up with 10 different topics about CBD that you could go live about. And so I'm going to give you some right now. You can just simply go live and talk about what is CBD and who can it help. You could talk about CBD versus THC and marijuana. You could talk about what's the difference between CBD and marijuana. That's another live. You could talk about what's the endocannabinoid system. You could say ECS or endocannabinoid if you can't say that. And do some research on it, put some notes on a piece of paper and go live about it. Now you might be really nervous, okay guys? So here's another trick you can do. You can go live with someone like myself or someone who's experienced and just interview them about their story and their testimony on CBD. That's another live topic. You can talk about what's the difference between store-bought CBD and ours. You can talk about your favorite full spectrum CBD versus broad spectrum CBD. And so if you don't know a lot about this, that's where you go in and research. That's where you go through your website, for crying out loud, and go through the frequently asked questions. So I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to my website, and I can go to the facts section, hopefully. What is CBD? You can literally go live, click what is CBD, and talk about it here. What is CBD? Learn more. And like read some bullet points from this, the history of hemp. That's another live topic you could talk about. Marijuana versus CBD. The hemp works different in our farming and our testing and our minimal ingredients. I mean, literally guys, these are all could be real people, real results. You could talk about the US Hemp Roundtable. You can go to frequently asked questions and go, these all could be individual live topics. And so by providing education, so remember this is all on your website, all on your replicated website. By providing this value for people, you now become this beacon of education for this topic. I cannot tell you how many people, random people, message me because they're like, I was told you're the girl who knows things about CBD. I need to ask you some questions. So be that beacon of education for people on that topic. Now y'all know, because a lot of you follow me, I'm not posting about CBD 25 times a day. I'm posting about CBD 3 to 5 times a week. I'm going live maybe once a week about it. And I should probably go live more. But I am that beacon of education and hope for people with CBD. And I have conviction about it. And so people trust me. And so you can even say, listen, I'm still learning, guys, but this is what I've learned. And this is what I'm reading. And this is what I learned just in 30 minutes of education here. And I wanted to share it with you. Okay, so be education, solve a problem for people in your posts. So, for example, we're in quarantine. You can say, you know, I really feel for those people that are out of work right now, and I want to let you know that I have a way for you to be busy and productive and bring in an income from home without any cost to you right now. Meet my friend Melissa. She did it, and now she's bringing in several thousand a month. Or meet my friend Kara. Kara did it, and now she's bringing in extra $500 a month, helping her husband pay for all the groceries for the month. Things like that, okay? Because as you network with the team and get to know everybody, or as you see my posts, you're gonna find friends to use stories for. When you go to convention, you're gonna meet so many people whose stories you can use, okay? So again, solve a problem. I'm solving the problem of people not having money from home right now. Maybe I'm solving the problem for someone who has that pounding head pain all the time. Maybe I'm solving the problem with someone who's addicted to painkillers. So talk about these things and solve a problem in your posts. So that's how you're going to create content for your CBD posts, okay? In addition, you can create a network based upon providing free value. And so here's action step 2. Action step 1 was come up with 10 topics about CBD that you could go live about. Action step 2 is to come up with 10 topics that have nothing to do with CBD or your business that you could go live about. So these topics should be about something that you have value, that you can provide free value to. We'll go back to my examples. I know how to do a keto adapted diet. I also am a hiker, so I can do a live video about what to bring on a beginning hike, what apps to have when you're a beginning hiker, where to find good hiking trails in Arizona. And so I can provide this free value, make it public, and then what I do is I go into groups of the same type of category. So if I just did a hiking video, I'll go into hiking groups and add new hiking friends, add new friends. Now that will be another training. I just gave you a little sneak peek into it, but action step 1, 10 CBD topics that you can go live about. Action step 2, 10 topics non-business related that you can go live about. So maybe I talk about a recipe. Maybe I talk about happy news during the quarantine instead of bad news. Maybe I talk about fitness tips, home fitness tips. Maybe I talk about free tools for your children's learning resources right now during quarantine, all providing free value, right, to people. And so that is your second action step. Your third action step is to go live about one of these topics. So I want you to post the 10 of each in the comments. You can write down a piece of paper, take a picture, and then I want you to go live. That is your third action step. So I will recap that at the end. I'm gonna go quickly into stories training. Another important thing that you can do in creating content is finding stuff that is inspiring, that makes people smile and makes people laugh. So again, you'll find usually first thing in the morning, I tend to post inspirational or funny things because again, people are going to like, comment, and share, and they will be more likely to see my next posts. Okay, so I kind of have a flow to my posting cycle. Wake up, I usually will post something to my stories, and then I will post something inspirational or funny to my actual feed. And then by afternoon, evening time is usually when I go live or provide some sort of value or testimony. Okay, so that's kind of my flow to my day. Now, if I went live on a non-CBD related topic, immediately I will start sending friend requests related to that topic in groups. And again, we'll go into more training on that, but you want to try to find a flow to working your social media, okay? So real quick, stories training. I'm going to share my phone screen. Actually, you know what, guys? We're already going super long, so I won't do stories training now. I'll make it a separate training so that you guys can cut it off here. And we'll do stories training. That one will end up being a shorter one, and I will do it today so that if you want to get ahead, you're welcome to watch that. So I hope this has provided value to you. I hope it's helping you. So remember, we're creating content daily. We're remaining consistent. We're keeping the algorithms in our head, providing value to people, and our content is going to either provide hope, some sort of a testimony, provide help, be fun, be about freedom, be about friendships, or be educational and solve a problem. Okay, so I'll repeat the action steps. Action step 1, 10 CBD topics that you can go live about. Action step 2, 10 non-CBD related topics that you can go live about, something that you have value for. So if you're a car guy, maybe you talk about some tips for maintaining your car. Guys, there's a lot of millennials out there that have no idea that you need an oil change. Okay, so new car owner beginner tips, or if you're a makeup artist, makeup, if you have curly hair, your curly girl hair routine about the products that you're using and what works best for you. If you are a dog lover or a horse person, or if you're like Amanda, she runs a farm, she runs a ranch. Maybe you can talk about ranch life and maintaining ranch life. If you're a homeschool mom, always talk about tips. Just provide some free value for people. So those 10 topics for action step 2, action step 3, you're gonna go live. And you're gonna post a screenshot or the link to your live in the comments. So not only are you taking a picture of action step 1 and 2 written down, and I suggest writing them down because then when you're like, I don't know what to go live about today, you can go back to this, right? And then action step 3, actually go live and post a screenshot or the link below so that we can watch it and provide feedback and give you some love. So that's your training for today. Let your teams know about this training. If this has helped you, I want you to drop a 3, and I want you to let your teams know. Can't wait to see you all take those action steps. Have a fantastic day. I will see you all later.